Isadora Moon Goes to School. Chapter 1. Isadora Moon, that's me. Pink Rabbit and I do lots of fun together. My mom is Countess Cordelia Moon. She's a fairy. Yes, really. She likes gardening, swimming in the Wild team, having magical campfires, and sleeping outdoors under the stars. My dad is Count Bartholomew Moon. He's a vampire. Yes, really. He likes staying up all night, eating only red food, tomatoes, yuck, gazing at the night sky with his special telescope, and flying in the front of the full moon. Then there's my little sister, Baby Honey Blossom. She's half fairy, half vampire, just like me. She likes snoozing, gargling, and drinking pink milk. Pink Rabbit and I do everything together. He was my favorite stuffed toy, so Mom magicked him alive. And this is our house. That's my bedroom at the top of the tallest turret. I can see the whole town from my window. Pink Rabbit is mostly not allowed to look out of the window because he likes jumping off things too much. He thinks he can fly like me. He can't fly. Every morning I watch the human children walking down the road to school. They wear funny-looking uniforms with stripy ties. And even true, the children looked very friendly, and even though they look like they are having fun. It made me glad that I'm a vampire fairy because vampire fairies don't have to go to school. Or so I thought. Yesterday evening, I was practicing my loop-the-loops out on my bathroom window when Dad called me from downstairs. "Isadora," he said, "it's breakfast time." Dad always has his breakfast at 7 o'clock at night because he sleeps during the day. Mom has hers in the morning. This means I usually have 2 breakfasts. I don't mind because peanut butter on toast is my favorite thing to eat. Dad was sitting on the table drinking a glass of his very special red smoothie juice. I think it's disgusting. I do not like red food, especially tomatoes. I know there are tomatoes in that special red smoothie juice. One day you enjoy the proper vampires, he said to me. All vampires love red foods. But I knew I wouldn't. I'm only half vampires after all. Mom was there too, opening the kitchen window to let the fresh air and putting a bunch of flowers in the vase. We have 14 vases on flowers in the kitchen, and a tree growing from the middle of the floor. Mom just loved to bring outdoors inside. Honey Blossom was grizzling in her high chair because she had dropped her bottle on the floor. I picked it up for her and I filled some more pink milk. She hated red juice, just like me. Dad said, "Isadora, the time has come you started to school." "But Dad," I said, "I'm a vampire fairy. I don't need to go to school." "Even fairies have to go to school," said Mom. "Vampires too," said Dad. "But I don't want to go to school," I said. "I have perfectly busy and fine life at home with Pink Rabbit." "But you might enjoy it," insisted Dad. "I used to love my vampire school as a young boy." "And I just adore my fairy school," said Mom, spooning her flower nature yogurt in a bowl. "You'll have a wonderful time," they both smiled. I wasn't so sure. "But I'm not a full fairy," I said, "and I'm not a full vampire, so which school would I go to? Is there one especially for vampire fairies? Is there a school for me?" "Well, no," said Mom. Not exactly. You are very rare, said Dad, sucking his red juice with a straw. But very special, added Mom quickly, and I think fairy school would suit you marvelously. But of course you made perfectly vampire school, said Dad quickly. It's a lot more exciting. Is it? Asked Mom, sounding as though she did not agree at all. How about we let Isadora decide for herself? Pink Rabbit jumped up and down in agreement. Isadora can spend one day at fairy school and one night at vampire school and decided which one she liked best, said Mom. But I began. Fantastic idea! Exclaimed Dad. Well, okay, I said in a small voice. Suddenly, I didn't fancy eating breakfast anymore. I took Pink Rabbit's paws and walked slowly back into the stairs to my bedroom, thinking very hard all the way. Which school would you like to go, Pink Rabbit? I asked. Vampire or fairy? He didn't say anything because he can't talk. But he looked up at me with his blackberry eyes and gave an extra little bounce. A rabbit school, I realized. I don't think those exist. When we got in my room, we had a little tea party with my special bed pattern tea set. I found having a tea party always helped me think better. We didn't have any real tea, so we put glitter in the teacups instead, and Pink Rabbit got it all over his nose. You will have to learn to be more considerate once you're at school, I told him. I know they are very strict about manners at vampire school. Pink Rabbit looked very ashamed, so I patted his head and brushed the glitter off his nose. It doesn't matter, I said. We can always go to fairy school instead. I think they are a bit more wild there. Pink Rabbit seemed to like that idea. Also, I added, I bet they eat more cake at fairy school. They might even have carrot cake. Pink Rabbit bounced up and down very excitement. Even though he can't really eat food, he likes to pretend. Carrot cake is his favorite. I stood up and brushed the glitter on my dress. I just doesn't know I'm a fairy or more vampire. I love magic, sunshine, and dancing around campfires. But also, I love the black of night and flying amongst the moon and stars. It's very difficult. I don't know what I'm old to which school I'm going to pick. Pink Rabbit just shrugged and stared at me. I picked him up and we went over to my turret window. The sky twinkled all over the stars. I knew Dad would be in his second tallest turret right now, gaze at them through his expensive astronomer telescope. They are all different, you know, I said to Pink Rabbit. Each one is unique, but they all looked the same from down here. Pink Rabbit nodded wishy, but I could see he had his mind on other things. He was thinking about jumping out of the window. I took his squishy paws and we stepped up onto the windowsill. Come on then, I said. Let's go for and flying among the stars before bed.